Welcome back to Bone Boat. Music's already getting me ready.
Where did we leave off? They were in that room with the dolls?
Yeah, there's the medical dolls that we're struggling with to figure out, and then there's this thing. It says iron equals 1, salt equals 2, and water equals 3. Carbon dioxide equals what?
Farts? I think that's farts.
There's a bottle of ammonia. Ammonia is composed of 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogen.
Oh, okay. So we...
But it doesn't... 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogen, is that what it said?
Maybe we can find the numbers for those.
It says
Carbon
C2,
2, hydrogen 5,
oxygen.
and then...
Wait, what's OH, I
I
guess?
think it's a further orientation of oxygen and hydrogen together. But I'm not exactly sure.
CO2. That's easy enough. Carbon dioxide.
So, I mean,
If water equals 3, and that means I feel like that would mean CO2. The O2 would represent just 2 as well, because water has H2O. 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen equals 3.
oh, so do you think this is how... Oh, do you think this is like... Okay, because iron is its own element. Salt is 2. What is it? It's,
We can find it around here, actually. Borrow salt. Label says NaCl.
sodium chloride. So you're right. That's made of 2. Okay.
Okay, so then
Okay, so
water is 3 elements. So carbon dioxide. Okay, that's easier then. So carbon dioxide is just 3.
well, if water is H2O, that's actually 2 elements, but 3 atoms.
3 atoms. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Carbon dioxide is
still
CO2.
Yeah.
So it's still 3 atoms. So that would be 3. Ammonia is. Oh, that's ethanol. Just kidding. Ammonia is composed of 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms, so that's 4. So ammonia, so 3, 4, and ethanol is made of 2 C's, 6 H's, and 1
So
O.
it's 9. Nope. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You gave me such a weird look. I freaked out.
Oh, it's fine. So I'm gonna try 3, 4, 9.
Okay.
Sweet.
There's an arm and a
Fake
fake heart.
Fake right arm. We did it. Cool.
You think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Good job.
Teamwork.
Hey, Seven, what's up?
Oh, well,
Let's just say I did
Medicine
some serious diarrhea.
I got curious about it. Here,
Is he doing drugs?
Diamine tartrate?
Tartrate. That's what I.
that's right.
Put in my special
What kind of
place.
medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
Clean up
probably
hazardous
to clean
waste.
stuff up.
Oh shoot!
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know.
Oh. Oh man, I'm really sorry, all my viewers.
Looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
You remember something?
Yeah. Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But
That was ages ago. I'm glad you refreshed our memory.
a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building. Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory.
Yeah, they were talking about that
Yeah.
that phenomenon before.
They'd been making crystals the same way, the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden,
Here comes Guy.
every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate.
It's gonna lick
In
your
fact, ever since
plate
that day,
of
no factory anywhere has
turkey
been able to
sandwich
make a pure
crumbs.
EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. After it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
When?
In the freezer?
What? The freezer?
June told me.
What are you, gay? No. What does that have to do with anything?
When I was gay, I lived in a freezer.
When I was gay, back then, I lived in the freezer. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean when you were gay?
If this is a real thing and not like a spooky
Yeah,
thing,
hold
does it
on.
have to do with
I feel
different
like I can remember
crystal
something. It's
crystallization molecule arrangements? Or is this supposed to be
you?
like, what do you think, like a spooky thing? For
I don't know.
game
There's
to do?
this nonfiction book about water. These researchers did this spooky research on water where like they found that negative verbal things said around water created more chaotic molecules in water, whereas like peaceful things said around water made like peaceful things, like more peaceful formations of water. And the climax of this nonfiction book is that like this circle of people like surround themselves around this like polluted lake and like say like
Whoa.
a peace prayer and or like where they like say positive things and like the lake unpollutes itself.
What?
So that's an
This is
actual
so crazy.
that's an actual thing I've heard about. Yeah.
I want to just go do that.
Yeah.
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice. That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Who's Alice?
Come on. The woman who won't melt at room temperature.
Huh?
Talking about.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the
Oh, yeah.
Lavos Carpathia,
They
right?
just talk about this. Well, there's this mummy that wouldn't melt at room temperature, right?
I
That-
don't know. I don't think I've heard of this
Oh,
before.
you may have been asleep during that part. There's
Okay.
a part where what's her face June said there was a mummy that wouldn't melt at room temperature.
It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies.
That's my
The
parents
Atlantic
went
that
on
far
their
north was
mission.
really cold.
Grandparents.
It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
Uh-oh.
A coffin?
Yeah.
Whoa.
wooden.
No.
The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood. No nails, no reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open, so
They ruined it, basically.
inside. They found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman. Her hair was thick and black, and her
She looks
skin
like the
was
girl in the
black
next game.
with blemishes
Yeah, she
and signs
does.
of decomposition.
Also, Pharaoh again, right? Like,
Goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute.
there's
She didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw, and that was...
The girl in the coffin.
It's almost like you've heard stories before, Junpei.
Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks
she
passed
didn't.
and nothing happened. And a month passed, and another. It was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
Why?
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't.
so she's on board.
They say someone
Oh my
snuck in
God.
where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. After a while,
Buddy.
no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship,
Why?
Now, why the hell would you say something like that?
because I know
And just what is it you know?
what happened to Alice after she was stolen.
All right, tell me. What happened to Alice?
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain.
Oh, Anthony Bourdain!
You've heard that name before, right?
Yes, exactly.
Lord Gordain.
Yeah, we have heard it in the
Is he
game.
the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic's sister ship?
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912. 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic.
And this is the gigantic.
And there's some problems with the timeline they just gave us, for the record. He said they bought Alice in 1912, and Alice was on the Titanic that sank, and it sank. Oh, just kidding. Actually, maybe that is right. Never mind. No, listeners, do not judge me. I will be so angry
Nobody knows.
and probably
It's-
cry.
It's
He died in
midnight.
1931. And apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden. However,
What?
This
well,
cat's
he did
real
have
mad.
one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
What the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yes, it is a
So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
Hey, what are you two doing over there?
Hey, Clover.
conspiring.
Stop wasting time and get over here.
Okay, we're coming.
Jeez.
I love Mountain.
Mountain is my favorite man.
Yeah.
It might be useful someday. Don't forget it.
He's
Alice.
full of mysteries.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice?
Yeah, dude.
It's okay. He didn't get to see the flashback with us.
But he heard
No,
everything.
that's nuts.
Yeah, but he didn't,
There's no
like,
way
when
somebody
Seven
like
was
that could
explaining
exist.
it, he didn't say, yeah, it was this Egyptian coffin and this Egyptian gal. It was like, it was a girl. There's this real mummy in some catacombs somewhere in Europe, maybe France, maybe Italy, maybe the Vatican. And they made this little coffin for this little girl, and the front of the coffin is glass now,
Whoa.
but she's so well embalmed. From certain angles, she looks like she's still alive.
Cool.
Like, her skin is still soft and kind of the right color, and she looks like she's sleeping. Like, her eyelashes are all there. It's crazy. This is really kind of creepy.
I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. People
Can't
used to
combine
say-
this fake chest and this fake heart.
Huh. Is the other guy missing a heart? Excuse me, sir. John. Do you need a heart?
Sir.
He's
John.
just lying there.
I was
Nah,
just
he's
lying
sitting there. Big Yoshi.
B. Yeah, he's sitting there.
It's hard to tell them apart. Read. Junpei doesn't want to read all the labels.
He hates reading. Okay. Good. I didn't want to look in the drawer any longer. See, that shows us that she's silly.
Did any other character already make the leap that this is probably the gigantic? Or did Mountain just make that first?
Maybe. No, that's not what I meant to do. Hey! No, come back.
Take me back!
No, can I... Oh, I can open it even after that. Fake left leg, huh? Alright, it's blue liquid. Let's get some red liquid up in there. You guys are all puzzle masters.
These guys are zany. These crazy kids. Don't tell me. It's a right leg?
It's a fake right leg, Hattie.
Sorely mistaken. Do you have any... Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh. Micah, you're so clever.
Mm-hmm. I
You
got
went
stuff.
to kindergarten.
Apparently. But I skipped most of class.
You did.
Good job, Junpei. The purple light came on. I heard it on lock. Let's see what happened. Fake stomach.
Looks like a giant nose.
Yeah. This is a really big nose. That's no nose. It's a stomach. That was funny. Okay, so I think we're good to go.
I think more than anything, our cat just wants his neck scratched all the time.
Yeah, dude, he likes to have his neck stretched. Viewers who are not here,
He's cute.
there's a cat. He's already getting his cuds on.
Oh boy, is he.
I want to get out of here. Can I please? Thank you.
hard bed. I see a fake belly button. What? Ooh.
Why?
Are we supposed to is there a mechanism to combine them on the bed?
I don't know.
A scale that's attached? Did you already use that?
The scale that's attached?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know how to use it.
Can we put one of the body pieces on the scale?
I think the bed is hooked up to the scale, so like it will know. This music is groovy as hell.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm glad you.
Hey!
I guess.
You have to enjoy it, or else we're not having fun.
I mean, groovy hell just is pretty strong. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it's a rectangle. It's not any other shape. It's a
Okay, so we've done everything everywhere else. So what we gotta do is gotta be in this room.
I mean, we have all the body parts that we need, right? Because she already has an arm and her head on the table. So we just need to figure out how to put them all together.
Okay, there we go. Just did it.
I do. I want to take this fake stomach with me. Who's with me?
51 kilograms. Okay, I need to go to file. Medical record. I don't need the hint. No, John is supposed to be 51 kilograms, and Lucy's supposed to be 53.
What's going on? Do you think, are any pieces mismatched?
Yeah, probably. The stomach on... Wait, how is John heavier?
I don't know. Maybe shorter.
No, how is Lucy heavier, I mean? Excuse me.
I mean, there could just be weights inside them.
But why is it telling us the... Okay, 51 kg, just in case it's a digital root thing. The digital root of that is 6.
So we can't take John apart?
It's not.
Can we take the heart out?
That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight? I'm sorry, I skipped past that. I think it was talking about weight. Sorry, people. We need to get the scale to a specific number. We're gonna do that.
Lean on it a little bit? Oh.
Okay, those arms can't be swapped.
But their arms aren't mismatched right now. You see how their hands are positioned?
Oh. truth.
Maybe their hearts are mismatched? Maybe their lives are mismatched. Huh?
There we go. You better check it out.
Yeah.
A key! Oh, I get it. It must have opened because we matched John's weight to what's on the chart.
These people spend so much time saying redundant obvious things.
Yeah, that's why we love them so much.
That's the charm of the game.
It's the Jupiter symbol. Also looks like 21, right?
Jupiter ascending.
We
Sean
wish.
Bean is a bee.
I think we found our way out. Maybe?
Maybe. Sorry, guys.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, what's up?
Where's Clover?
Huh? Oh,
It's
God
like-
damn it. Where the hell did she go?
Macking on John.
Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
She's like with the medical mag, and she's like, I've never been this close
Sure
before.
thing.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here. What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John? Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
My brother might be dead.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
That's the right thing to say. Junpei, your
Junpei
bedside
is
manner.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Incredible.
Oh, yeah. It's in my pocket somewhere. Here it is. A 4-leaf clover. Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something. Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's what a 4-leaf clover stands for. Take
He's
it.
doing a lot better
Use it
right
as a good
now.
luck charm. Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck. Snake, I mean, your brother, he's not dead. He's alive, somewhere. I'm sure of it. You've just gotta believe in that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
Should we
What do you
kiss?
think when you hear the word experiment?
Like the first thing that goes to my mind? I mean, like butt plugs? I don't know. What do you.
Oh,
like anal play mostly? I don't really see.
There we go, buddy.
I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the 4-leaf clover.
Look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk, but you are making less than no sense right
That's
now.
not possible,
Oh,
Junpei.
no. It's nothing. Just forget about it.
Oh, don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
Probably not. I don't
Really?
promise it.
Really?
I can trust
He
you.
sounds so convincing.
Of course you
Oh,
can.
man, Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship 9 years ago.
Wait. On this ship?
Yeah, this ship. It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see?
Like, think about this. This is John, right? But is he really John?
Huh?
Isn't this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus? You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
No?
Really? Okay, well pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works.
Locke doesn't like to wear them.
Let's say I've got
But
a
he
pair
still
of socks.
has them.
They're my favorite socks.
He's stuck
One
in a
of them
wheelchair.
gets a hole
Why
in
does
it.
he have to wear
What
socks?
would you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Well, I'd pitch it, I guess.
But it's your favorite pair of socks.
Come on, who loves their socks that much?
It doesn't matter.
I failed the game because I
Just
answered that.
that much.
You can't pitch the socks! Game over.
Well,
We don't love
I guess then I'd patch
socks.
it.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches. Until eventually, the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point,
Oh no,
can
it's
you
a
really say they're
Franken
the same socks
sock.
you started with?
Well, that's tough. So, that's the Locke socks thing?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and built another one somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts? Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
John's head and heart are both his. But apart from those, and a single arm, the rest of his body was once Lucy's.
We're just like these mannequins. Think about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die, and new ones are born. Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once.
We
Or
hope.
maybe part of your right side is made from
Fish
a cow
arm.
you ate.
Cow
The
side.
whole cow?
If you take it a little further, those
They
cows
did
and
that.
fishes are made from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
Hey, what the hell is taking you two so long? How long are you gonna make me wait? We don't have time to screw around. Oh? What were you two doing? Is this some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were just
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
Dude, she basically said the thing we were joking about.
Yeah.
We're just trying out, like, experimenting with their bodies before we experiment with ours.
Why would it be
Playing
weird to
with
say
mannequins, huh?
we were just talking about mannequins?
Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei.
Yeah, there we go.
Everybody's got.
It was funny when I said it.
No, I love mountains.
He's not a dick. He was making a pretty funny joke based on what Clover just
You
said.
don't need to keep asking, just do it, alright?
Fine then.
Guys. We're in a little stinker mood now.
Alright, let's get going.
Hey man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound
Sure.
more happy, you know, get a little excited?
Dude, we're gonna die soon.
Not really.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Flash. We see Junpei killed him already. Like, Junpei?
Hell, I
Oops.
can't. Not after hearing something like that.
You found it!
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
May
You
as
know,
well
the
give it a
large,
try.
obvious ones.
Jumpy!
Huh? June? And Santa? And Lotus too?
Oh.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
Can I make a prediction?
What?
I think that Lotus might be the mummy girl.
She does look a lot like that, huh?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't...
Hey guys, could you come take a look at this? Look on the wall here.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck. So it's the map for this floor then?
Door 7. And... Door 8. Yep, they both eventually end up at this hallway.
Well, we already had evidence of that, but that's okay.
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. And that's how the nonary game works.
I see. Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me.
We may as well go. Yeah.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
The map?
Yeah.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
I knew it. We're back.
It's the bed factory.
It's nap time.
It's nap time.
I believe I understand what you're saying. 6 of you
Ace!
split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles in the operating room and the laboratory, and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Well, we saw each other again and we
He's so
ain't dead.
cute. Look at
So
him.
that's good enough. Anyway, I said we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room. Right, Junpei?
Yeah.
Oh, the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory, too. Here, the Earth key.
Earth key.
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Nice, Lotus.
Yeah. On it.
Now we have 3 keys that we haven't used yet.
Yeah.
We should keep it
The Jupiter key that we found in the
Mountain's
operating
big overall pouch pocket.
We keep it in. Keep it like a baby kangaroo inside of Mountain's stomach.
You know what it reminds me of?
Salad
This is a deep
that
cut.
we found in the kitchen.
What?
Reminds me of in Dragon Tales. All the dragons had like a band of loose flesh on their stomachs or something, and they'd all keep
That's
stuff down
gross.
there. It is gross. It grossed me out when I was a
And the
kid.
Earth key Lotus just gave me.
But we all knew that Dragon Tales was based off
The
of
Jupiter
pervert
key
shit
is
anyway.
supposed to
Yeah,
be
it's
for the door
filthy,
at the end
filthy.
of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Then, next to the stairs,
Wait! What about door 3?
look, you saw the map, right? It's the same as 7 and 8. Just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point to seeing what's on the other side of that door.
There
Also
is a
gives us
point.
clues.
At
And
least
another...
there is for me.
Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3.
Very well. I'll be coming with you then. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, you'll help me, won't you?
Huh? Me? Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be.
1, 7, 8. Yeah.
I'm going with you, huh?
Yes, you are.
All right, let's get moving. Okay, we're heading out.
Be careful.
These people
Whoa.
are smart.
Didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if the 3 of you bought it. The rest of us can't open the 9 door.
Ah, the truth comes out.
Okay, we're off.
What's wrong?
My phone.
All right, we should get moving too.
Huh?
Get moving.
Where are we going?
Well, it would be a waste of time to just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain.
Oh, I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anywhere interesting with the Jupiter key.
Yes. If we're lucky, we might find Snake.
And here's the
So-
Jupiter symbol on the keyhole.
All right, Junpei. Open it if you please.
Yeah, on it.
If we
Great. Back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea?
What were you gonna say?
I was just trying to think, if we think that maybe Lotus was that girl, the mummy,
It's actually Alice.
yeah. And maybe, like, Seven seems to know a bunch about the Gigantic and the Titanic and stuff like that.
That maybe he might be like the guy.
Maybe he was there. June knows a lot about stuff kind of related. I'm just trying to figure out, like,
What the connection is.
yeah.
I don't know, man. But I think Santa, he's a long way from the North Pole. Okay.
What do you mean?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Micah, you sure said it.
Ugh.
You said it best.
Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking you if there's any reason we came back here.
Don't we have a key card that can work?
Mm-hmm.
Of course there's a reason. And sometimes I can't tell if you're smart or just lucky.
Huh?
This.
The Saturn key card. And the Earth key? I'm lost.
Don't you remember, Santa? On C deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator, there was a card reader with the Saturn symbol on it. And on A deck, on the door to the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. So the two keys that Jumpy has?
Should let us use the elevator and the door on A deck. Huh.
Yes, that's right.
All right, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams?
No, just... Okay. Never mind.
Lotus and I will search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, all right?
Sounds good. Then you guys should take this key. We have no idea what's on the other side of these. So don't go too far. Just search for 10 minutes and come back.
Yeah, right.
Unless
There's a
it's not
card reader next to the
possible.
left elevator.
Then let's try out the Saturn key card. Great! It looks like it's working now.
All right. Now, how do I call the elevator? Oh, it only has the upside down triangle on it.
I guess there's no up button. Well, we may as well try pushing this one.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
Sweet! It opened. Let's get going.
Wait.
What?
Might need a hug first.
I'm not really, I just, oh gosh.
Come to think of it, the lower floor, D-deck, is completely underwater. An elevator heading to a submerged floor. That is pretty scary. Hey, wait a minute. This elevator came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess it did. It didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise like it was moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably E-deck is not flooded.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Wonder
take
how
a
that
look
would be
inside.
possible.
It's not wet at all, is it? The walls and even the floor are totally dry.
Oh, you're right. They are.
Well, let's test it.
Tested.
Yeah, watch this. Now, I'll just put one foot inside the elevator and look over at the buttons. Oh, there's only two, E and C. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
you
push
were
E.
right. Micah is good at puzzles.
I think I can hear it opening on E deck.
Okay, that's done. Now I'll just press the button again. Yep, not a single drop of water to be seen. See?
What does that mean? How can E deck be safe if the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I
Because it's a
Magic.
controlled flooding.
Yeah,
The elevator
that's-
shaft and E-deck must be watertight and separated from wherever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you.
I see. So is that why the ship hasn't sunk? The shape of the inside keeps it all from filling with water?
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
That's the shape of the ship.
Ship
It's a
shape.
dumbbell!
So I'm gonna go down and check it out. You stay here, all right?
No! Both... Okay, whatever.
That's a bad
but-
idea.
Come on, just do it, all right?
Oh my goodness, Junpei. Sometimes he's very charming.
There we go.
Hey, wait!
She put her hands around me.
Crap, it closed.
I didn't know where my skin ended and hers
I can't just let you
began.
go alone, you know.
Ah,
That's scary.
I always had this problem where I couldn't understand where other people's skin ended and mine began.
I kind of just think all the skin is mine.
I always perceive.
I'll knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, just look around. There's no water.
Water like comes peeking around the corner. Hey,
Oh,
buddy!
hey. I've been
You're right.
looking for
It's
you.
not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's gonna happen if the ceiling breaks?
We'd probably die.
Oh no. Don't be so casual about something like that.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around down here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
I can't believe his name is
Okay,
Santa. I can't
good
get
idea.
over that one.
Yeah.
Now then.
I don't know. I don't know.
The other ones at least are like fun in an anime way, but like Santa seems like the biggest joke here.
Iron
Yeah, but it
bars.
wasn't played
Well,
like
can't
this
go over
huge
there.
joke. It was just like, this is a reasonable
Right.
thing to say.
Then maybe.
Well, it looks like there's a long straight hallway down this way.
Something's written on the door at the end. Wait,
But
is
it's...
that...
I can't
Let's check.
tell. Is it the letter B?
It's the letter B.
This is a numbered door.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's a letter door.
But we can't do anything with only the two of us.
We better head back and let everyone
Just
know.
the two of
Yes.
us.
Wait, what's
Make it
this?
if we try.
Is this the map for E-deck? I should take it with me. Huh, so you guys found door 1. So now we've located 2 new doors. The 6th door and the 1 door.
You know, it is interesting that E-deck wasn't flooded.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
Good. That's what I'm talking about.
I
Grunt
love just the
chorus.
grunts, yeah.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
7? What's wrong? What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that? Snake is...
Snake is dead.
No.
He died, just as the 9th man did.
Oh my god. That's not
That
true.
sucks.
Dang.
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way. It's not locked, so you can go in that way.
Where is he?
The shower room. Left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go.
Hope so.
This wasn't open when we passed here before. Well, let's keep going.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Why would it smell horrible, man?
Oh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
That's not in the holiday spirit.
Come on, Santa.
Where's Snake? There.
LLR, huh?
Oh, there's 2 L's.
June, you should stay here.
But
Please,
I want to
just
see
stay
the gore.
okay?
You're a lady, and
So
your
it's
tender
like,
eyes.
Junpei, I would like to see what it looks like.
I'm going in.
Is it gross? Or is it fine?
Just like he said. Just like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Okay, well, that's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
It's probably not Snake.
But the clothes are...
I'm sure that
It's Snake.
the guy who prepared this whole thing wouldn't have had the opportunity to get replacement clothes for all of you.
It's just like, he has all these other things, but surely he couldn't have gotten clothing.
Can you remind me of the circumstances of Snake, like, disappearing? They all split up to look around C-Deck.
Hey,
And then they
LLR
couldn't
could
find
mean
him?
left, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
they all split up. Well, they all split up and went to different rooms, and for some reason they let a blind person go
by
investigate
himself.
on his own.
Yeah, which is
And then they
insane.
all came back except Snake didn't come back. And when they came back, the doors were all functioning because they had the power things put back on.
Okay.
Which indicates that somehow Snake had either been forced into one of the rooms or had gone in on his own volition and then wrote some sweet, cool things on the wall, left, right, in order before he died or as he was dying.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake. But he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door, and then 81 seconds after he was shoved in.
But then, wouldn't their detonators have started going off too?
No, I don't think so. I think only the people that go in actually get in trouble. Because they've authenticated doors before just to test it. Nothing happens. You have to go through the door.
Okay.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
And that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're
Because
implying
it's
that one
fun.
of us is a killer.
Well, really, the two of us are.
Not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it?
It's possible Zero wants you to succeed.
Any game has
He
a
just
winner
really
and
believes
loser.
in the human spirit.
Yeah, maybe he wants to. Maybe he wanted to see the triumph of the
Nine
human
is a
spirit.
winner, and those
I know,
who
I do.
don't are the losers.
I would do anything to see the triumph of the human spirit.
Zero
I
is
would
trying
do
to make us
anything.
fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
And sometimes we gotta
And does
take
that mean
naps.
That the person who killed Snake.
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He
I
masterminded
agree with
this
his
game
points.
and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
No,
Good question.
it doesn't actually, because I think he can rely on the game to thin
If
people out
Zero
on its
killed
own.
Snake, then Zero is on the ship.
Why
with
would
us.
he? I mean, what would have Snake have done in that short of window that would have warranted Zero being like, "Oh, I gotta kill him"? Actually.
Maybe Zero just doesn't like cripples. He's like, I didn't know he was blind. And
But
I'm
he
like-
did know. He gave him the extra papers in.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It'd be funny. He was like, "This has Braille just in case you needed it, but also I hate the blind."
he used it.
Is Zero still on the ship with them? Yeah, of course he is.
But I don't. Where could Zero be hiding?
He's one of you guys.
In plain sight.
I think Zero is one of us.
There we go.
There we go.
Finally, someone that comes with a voice of reason.
It's June.
It's June, dude.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
Exactly. I said we shouldn't suspect one another for no reason.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
Good point.
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
Yeah. Seven, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
What were his motives?
His motives?
He has zero motives.
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide?
His motives are of the circle.
Oh, well... that's
Goose
because-
egg motives.
I don't know.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
Hey, Lotus, I think you should
In other words,
get an attitude
you only
adjustment.
had circumstantial evidence.
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Why are you... Okay.
Nah. It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to
Yikes.
move now. Seven, Clover, Junpei, I know how you feel. but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you?
You're right, but
We must go. We have very little time left.
our next destination is Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right. Here it is.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah,
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think 7 said something like that.
Okay, that's a
Anyway,
weird
let's see what
retroactive
happens.
thing.
I guess the elevator works now.
Jumpy, I know it's only the two of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Well, I'm happy.
I want to see the triumph of the human spirit.
You know it's just for searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
That's right.
Oh, first we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
No water.
Oh, here it is.